All right, thanks everybody for joining me for Silat. It is April 29th. As we like to do, let's bow in and acknowledge all the arts from all over the world that influence us. So Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, Japanese. Okay, we're gonna start on the ground. Make sure you are taking care of yourselves in terms of, are you matted? Are you on a yoga mat? Are you on hardwood floors? And I can summarize everything by just saying your health is more important than Silat. It is. And so if you get a cramp, if something starts to hurt, if you don't know if you should do some of these motions on the surface you're training on, stop. This is not traditional martial arts. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to imply that I'm disappointed. Your health is more important than Silat, and your health is more important than martial arts, period. And this is being recorded, and I'm very adamant about that. And anybody who wants to disagree with me can do so, but they're wrong and I'm right. So take care of yourselves, okay? All right, we're gonna start on our knees in child's position or child's pose and stretch it forward and look at the ceiling. We're gonna do 4 of those. Back, that's 1 and 2. Stretch it forward, look at the ceiling. And back is 3. And stretch it forward, look at the ceiling. Back to child's pose, and let's just do one more. Stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, and go back to child's pose. Okay, next exercise from the side. You're starting with the same movement we were doing, dropping down to a push-up position, tucking your toes, pushing up into your down dog, then touching your knees while you look up, and then return it, okay? So we'll do those motions together, and I'll go at a pace where we can all do the motions together, and I'll call it for you. So child's pose, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, push up position, tuck your toes, push into your down dog, 1, 2, 3, touch your knees as you look up, and go back to child's pose. 1, 2, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, push up position, tuck your toes, come up to down dog, 1, 2, 3, knees touch, looking up, back to child's pose. 2, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, push up position, tuck your toes, push up into downward dog, 1, 2, 3, knees touch, looking up, and back to child's pose. 1 more rep. Stretch it forward. Look at the ceiling. Push up position. Tuck your toes. Come up into down dog. 1, 2, 3. Knees touch. Looking up. And back to child's pose. All right. So everybody on your stomach. And you're going to roll to your right. As you do that, your left leg comes up. And you end up in low sawa with your left leg behind you and your right leg in front of you. Roll back onto your stomachs. Roll to your left. Your right leg comes up. And you're on the other side. 3rd rep. Down. And coming into low sawa on the other side. And 4. Rolling on your stomach, right leg behind you, low sawa. All right, I'm gonna face you. Let's all face the camera. Okay, so high sawa, just watch first. I think most of you know this. All we're gonna do is rocking chair. Okay, I rock back and I come up on high, come up to high sawa on the other side. So let's everybody, left foot posted, right leg bent, the outside of your right leg on the ground, left hand guarding your face, right hand posted, and we just rock back, switch our feet and our hands. 1. Switch 2. Switch 3. And switch 4. We're going to do the same exercise for 4 reps, but we're going to push our hips through. So when you rocking chair, push up and through the posture. But let's switch sides first. Ready? 1. So come up and go through. 2. Good. Nice. 3. If you need your hands, use your hands. And 4. Okay. So from here, we're going to rocking chair, which means if you're following with me, let's all go back to left foot posted, right leg bent. When you rocking chair, in a moment, that means you're going to be on the outside of your left leg. Your right leg is going to swing behind you, and you're going to reach out with your left hand. So, hey, buddy, come through, okay?
Hello.
Yep. Hello, he says. All right. So let me just show one first, and then we can all do it. So I rocking chair and reach through. So my right leg goes back, and my opposite side hand reaches out. Okay. So let's everybody. Your left foot's posted, right leg's bent, right hand's posted, left hand's guarding your face. We're gonna do 4 rocking chair to Hari Mao. That's this exercise. Ready? 1. Right leg back, left hand reaches. 2. Left leg back, right hand reaches. 3. And 4. Okay. Last exercise. That looked pretty good, everybody. Last exercise, you're going to rocking chair and evade. So that just means you turn on your side and you cover your head with your hand and just keep your feet tight. So if we're left foot posted, right leg bent, just watch me. It's just going to look like this. Okay, on the other side, it's just going to look like this. Okay, so let's everybody try 4 reps of that. 1, evade. 2, evade. 3, evade. 4, evade. All right, very nice. Come on. Okay. All right, let's go low sawa with our left leg back. You know what? I'm sorry, everybody. Take that left leg out, actually. Let's go high sawa. Let's do seaweed, the seaweed switch for 6 reps. 1, 2, excuse you, 3, still a working household, everybody, sorry. 4, 5, and 6. Nice. Now take that left foot, bend it behind you, all right? And let's go to low sawa. So seat spin. Hopefully everybody remembers this. Your feet are coming out in front of you and swinging to the other side, but you just do it as one motion. That's the seat spin, okay? So 6 reps, nice pace. Let's nobody get hurt. Let's all stay together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Next exercise is windshield wiper. Conrad, I see you're on hardwood floors. I don't know that I want you to do this, even a single rep on hardwood floors unless you're wearing knee pads under those pants, or please take care of yourself, okay? So we're pushing our body weight up and our feet are switching under our butt. That's how windshield wiper works, okay? We're gonna try 6 reps at a nice pace together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very nice. Okay, horseshoe roll. So my left leg's behind me, my right leg's bent in front of me, right hand's posted. I'm gonna lay back and rotate up on the other side. Lay back, switch my feet, and rotate up on the other side. This is really good for your lower back. We're gonna try 6 reps together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Helicopter. Helicopter, the upper body is exactly the same as what you were just doing. The lower body, if I do it in a non-grandiose way, which I will do for you so you can see it, at least initially, my rear leg, the one bent behind me, comes out first, and I just kind of scissor switch my legs. But what I really want to do with that is open up the motion. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing it where I'm allowing my legs to really helicopter. The rear leg is always going to come out first, so the one bent behind you. Let's try 6 reps together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice job. Okay, let's everybody get your left leg behind you. Make sure we're all on the same side. Okay, so your imaginary opponent is sitting right in front of you. They're roughly the same height. Their head is about the same height. They're in low sawa as well. If your left leg is behind you, you're doing a roundhouse kick to my face this direction. If your right leg is behind you, it's this direction. All I want you to try, post, roundhouse kick, and slide it back. Don't lift your foot. Once you roundhouse kick, keep that left foot or whichever foot is kicking on the floor, okay? We're gonna do 4 reps on each side. The magic number is gonna go to 4 because we're gonna work both sides, and I have a lot that I wanna cover with you, okay? Roundhouse kick. Let's try our left leg first because we're gonna work both leads. So if you have your right leg back, use one of those switches and switch sides. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick your favorite switch and switch sides. Now work the other leg. Roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. Pick your favorite switch. Go to the other side. Okay. Side kick. So plant it, thrust the side kick in their face and return. Everybody here knows what a side kick is. You just usually do it standing. So now we're going to do it based on the ground. The person's head, roughly the same height as yours. They're in a low sawa. You lift your foot up, boom, you thrust your heel into their face. Side kick with your left foot first. 1, let's go. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, pick your favorite switch. Side kicks on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, pick your favorite switch. Okay, the sickle kick, last kick. Then we're going to start making our way to standing. The sickle kick, if you can start with your left leg, do so. That way I can standardize it for you. The sickle kick is going to come over, and then it's almost like a heel hook kick back. So I arm it, and then I kick back. See, I'm kicking you in that direction with my heel. That's the sickle kick, okay? So we're going to try 4 sickle kicks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, pick your favorite switch. 1. Nice. 2, 3, and 4. All right, great job. Relax the body, make your way to standing. All right, so let's review our Guyungs. G-U-Y-U-N-G. Excuse me, real quickly, everybody. I just sort of monitor if people are having trouble getting on or anything. Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm only getting, you don't need sticks. You don't need sticks. I'm only getting these to illustrate the Guyungs. Okay? If you're in other traditional Silat systems, you'll hear Lanka. Guyung and Lanka kind of synonyms. All right, so Guyung 1 is my attack T, right? I'm starting neutral. That's the back, the lateral stick. Stepping in on that stick that's bisecting at the 90-degree angle. But it's the offensive T, the attack T. If I touch my knees, it's a little bit more Indonesian. I could still, you're in Mafalindo right now, everybody, which is an Inasanto-based system. Hopefully you all know how much I respect and care about Guru Inasanto, so I'm not saying this in a negative way. Very often when we're in an Inasanto-based system, you have a lot of choices. Do you have balance and structure? If the answer is yes, then it's good, okay? So I don't have the A version where it's touch your knees, and the B version where I'm just kind of sliding. Find whatever works better for you. Keep that going for a moment so I can see your upper bodies. On the upper body, I just want to keep my hands up. No matter, I could make fists. I could be open. Some of my students sometimes will do this wearing MMA gloves. Cool, okay? You could do this wearing boxing gloves. That would be fine. It's still Guyung 2, or Guyung 1, excuse me, Guyung 1, pardon me. Okay, so very nice. That's Guyong 1. Guyong 2 is the same idea, but we're retreating, right? So I'm going back. And everybody, please pardon me. I don't want to fall off my little training area here into the keyboard. Sometimes I almost go off the mats in the back, but I'm trying to illustrate the shape of these Guyongs or Lankas. This is Guyong 2. Again, G-U-Y-U-N-G, Guyong. That's the way we anglicize it. Can you just step back? Of course you can. Okay. And again, depending on what you're doing with your hands, this starts to feel a lot like the Jenga from Capoeira. All right. Now, when you say that immediately, depending on your martial arts pedigree, are you saying Capoeira is part of Silat? No. I'm saying there are 2 footwork patterns in both Capoeira and Silat, and if they could be open-minded enough to explore the similarities, they would learn a lot. That's what I'm saying. Okay, or again, touching your knees, more Indonesian, or just kind of stepping back into it, a little bit more Capoeira, depending on what I'm doing with my hands. Okay, and not to sound like the poor man's version of Guru Inosanto, but I highly recommend, if you have the money and the time and the health, whether it's virtual right now or later when the world opens up again, study as many martial arts as you can that you're interested in. I did a multi-week Capoeira series. I don't know, the time's all blending together. So let's say several months ago. It may have been a little bit longer. I really loved it. I did it at 41. I didn't think I was very good at it, but I sure enjoyed it. And it got me moving in some cool ways, okay? What I'm doing with my hands now is a little bit more Jenga, right? Silat might be more here. Or again, maybe you're a kickboxer, you're looking for some new warm-ups, and you just like these to get your body moving. You can do it closed hands. You can do it with boxing gloves. You can do it with MMA gloves. It's not a problem. Guyong 3. If you have studied Filipino martial arts, most people, well, that wasn't worth it, was it? Most people are going to call this the female triangle. So my feet meet at the point, and I step out along the sides. Okay, try to keep your hands up. And I'm going to change the angle. I'll give you several different things you can work with here. They're all correct. So let's say my hands are up. I can step out with my shoulders about even. About even. Or I can step out with the same side shoulder as the leg that's stepping in the lead. When I do that, I'll usually drop that hand, that's the lead hand only. Here. Okay. Here. So I'm stepping out with the same side shoulder. When my right foot steps, my right shoulder leads. Another option, step out and lead with the opposite shoulder. So when my left foot steps, my right shoulder leads. When my right foot steps, my left shoulder leads. All of those are perfectly acceptable options for Guyong 3. Are they required variables A, B, and C? No. They're options that I can give you for your exploration, so that you can really experience Guyong 3 and all of its complexities. Okay, so without resetting the sticks, Guyong 1, and there's only 7, everybody, so you almost have half, almost. I know it's not quite half yet. Guyong 1 was the attack T, the offensive, the entering T. Guyong 2 is the defensive, or the retreating T. And Guyong 3 in FMA circles is the female triangle, the attack triangle, the offensive triangle. Usually, footwork-wise, anything that enters is considered offensive. Anything that retreats is considered defensive for the most part. Okay? So we have Guyongs 1, 2, and 3. All right, with our remaining 15 minutes, everybody in a left lead, no matter which, you're right-handed, left-handed, just trust me, we're going to standardize this for everybody. So, Southeast Asian hands, some pretty definitive techniques that come from Silat, Kuntao, Panantukan, Dumog type of a background. So in this case, the feed is the jab. You have somebody in an orthodox lead. If you're training dog brothers, Punang Guru Mark will say Joe Generic. Okay, so you're fighting Joe Generic. And Joe Generic is in an orthodox, a left lead, because it could be Jane Generic too. I don't want to be sexist. That person is right-handed. They have their dominant side in the rear. So this first level and the second level, you're learning your Silat off of the jab from the orthodox lead. Okay, so first technique, the right hand slides. We're all doing it together in the air. We're all standardizing it. So I'll show you this with Simo Jean in a second. The jab is coming in, we're sliding. It's a sliding leverage attack. We're not trading. I'm not going over it so that I eat the punch and they eat the sungap. I'm cutting over the top. I'm cutting that line. Now, if you train Jeet Kune Do, or even sometimes in some Wing Chun, but mostly Jeet Kune Do, you might be saying, well, don't we have that sliding leverage attack in JKD? Yes, and not because I'm an Inasanto guy or a concepts guy. Here's where some of these arts, it's almost literally the same thing. You might get that slide into a Chung Choi if it's got a Wing Chun base. The Silat people are almost guaranteed to go for that eye jab or the sungab to the throat. Okay, so slide is the first technique. The second technique, move your head slightly to your right, parry with your right hand, and attack with your left hand. Try to do those 3 things at the same time. Move your head offline, put a lid on it with your right hand, attack with your left hand. Split entry, okay, split entry. And I have a martial arts joke that I'll show you. It's not necessarily a fall down because you're laughing so hard kind of a joke, but it's a very important joke, and it involves the split entry, and I'll show it to you in a few minutes. It's going to illustrate my point. So right hand slides. When you slide, good structure, right? Not here, you know, oh, I'm so good that I can't be touched. Like you don't want to get hit, and if your slide is imperfect, you're still maintaining structure for the next beat so that you don't get knocked out. Split. The head movement is very important because if I do this, I'm banking that my hands are fast enough when all I have to really do is move my head offline. So slide and split. Okay. Third technique, your left hand guides the punch into your right elbow. Siko. Okay? And that moment, which I'm kind of, it's and Dylan, who's on the class, has heard me say this a lot. It's a moment of martial arts artifice, but only for teaching purposes. You're not gonna stand there, man, Silat is cool, holding that pose in a martial arts environment, like an action star, you know, after your knockout elbow. It's gonna be very fast. And in actuality, you will never like reach out and grab the jab. What you're really doing is just trying to pat it into that elbow so that they break a knuckle or two. But we might have a little bit of that artifice in as we freeze this moment to kind of explain it. But that's the Siko. Siko means elbow. So we have slide, split, Siko, right? Elbow destruction. Okay. You can drop your left hand a little bit. It's okay. Parry across and move your head offline. Parry across with your right. Come underneath and imagine just mousing the crazy bone area. Here. So move your head as you parry. Come into that shot. Literally go knuckles rising up vertically and just kind of wrapping on the crazy bone. Vertical gunting. Here. Here. But again, don't risk your consciousness on your hand speed. Move your head a little bit so that becomes a habit. Okay? So, slide, split, Siko, vertical gunting. Okay? And the diagonal gunting starts exactly like the vertical gunting, but this is going to lay over top. And again, freezing this is a moment of instructional artifice because you're not going to stand there all day long. I know this looks very Wing Chun, again, almost like all these arts are connected or something, but it's going to be a momentary disruption into the next attack. That's diagonal gunting. Okay, so right hand slide, right hand parries, left hand moves offline, split, lead hand guides it into the rear elbow, Siko, rear hand parries, lead hand comes up, vertical gunting, and then same beginning, but that lays over top, diagonal gunting. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Jean in just so we get this down. But again, most all of you are on your own, are by yourselves, totally fine, but I at least want you to see it. So put your left side in front, and it's your left, can you take that off? Left straight. It's a beautiful ring, but I don't want to get hit with it, okay? So left side in front, and okay, so nice and slow, just, and everybody, you can do it in the air, and then I have a kind of a new training modality that we'll try together, okay? But number one, jab, slide, okay? So hopefully everybody's seeing this is not, throw that in slow motion, and please don't hit me because I'm gonna do it wrong. Bring it back, ready? It's not this. See, there's no contact there. We would trade. Throw your jab again. I gotta cut that, okay? I cut that line, sorry, okay? That's a slide. So I cut that line. In my kids' class, where I don't teach Bujis or Sungobs, we do it as a Chung Choi, because that'll still work. But real kind of wartime Silat, Panatukan, Dumog kind of a thing, Kun Tao, we're gonna cut into the eye jab, okay? So that's the slide. Next, split. I move my head offline, okay? Do me a favor, open your hand, reach out and touch my forehead, bring it back, Reach out and touch my forehead. I know I'm a little sweaty, sorry. Reach out and touch my forehead. That slip is one of the most important aspects. So combine that with your hands. Move your head offline. Don't bet your face on your hand speed. Just move offline a little bit, okay? So simultaneous. Right hand puts a lid on it. Left hand attacks. Again, I like the Sungab to the one of the primary targets that's here. Eyes or throat. This could be a punch, but it's up to you, okay? So slide, split, super slow on this. I'm sorry, now make a fist. In reality, it's that, because she's going slow. It's a training video only. I'm not gonna risk my wife's knuckle and have her throw. But a fast jab, it's that. Like, that's the energy. A fast jab of somebody who's actually trying to hit you in the face, boom, you just pat it and hopefully come up, and then the next motion, you're ready to go. Hopefully they break a knuckle or two. That's the Seiko. You might teach it like this, but remember, this is really artifice, instructional artifice, so that people can understand. Where it's really at, is to just pat it and hope you get lucky. Some systems will just go like this and hope that they just punch the elbow, but I prefer the version where you guide it. Slide, split, Seiko. Okay, next, vertical gunting. Right there, okay? So one beat, pop. That's it. I put a lid on it, I move my head, and I come up and I mouse the crazy bone. That's where I want to be. Diagonal gunting, remember, artifice lays there. She's not going to, in reality, leave her punch extended. I'm not going to leave my left hand extended. So sort of, you don't need to go fast because I don't want to slap you, but just kind of shoot it out and bring it back. In reality, it's that, because I want to turn her. There. So see, she's turned. If she wants to throw her right hand, she's got to turn back, and that's already been computed. So that's what throw your left again. That's really what the diagonal gunting is supposed to do. We might break it down, jab, like, sorry, now leave it extended, sorry. We might break it down like this so that you can see what you're really doing, but it's not, again, that's instructional artifice. It's not really going to do that. Now flick it and bring it back. There. That's what we're really, sorry, that's what we're really doing. Because this is what I'm seeing. She's facing me here. By the time she's done with that technique, she's been turned. So her left shoulder is facing me. Because if she wants to throw this, she's got to come back over. And it's already been computed. And it's good for our number 6 technique. Okay? So I will bring you back. Okay? Everybody, this is important enough. Everybody getting a right lead. Okay? So now rear hand, left hand slides. Everybody play with this. Now you're fighting a southpaw and they're jabbing. Okay? So first level of my curriculum, it's the orthodox lead fighter throwing the jabs. Second level, it's a southpaw throwing the jab. So slide, left hand. The split, left hand puts a lid on it as the right hand attacks. Because now we're fighting a southpaw. Okay? Seiko, lead hand guides it into the rear elbow, right? So right hand pats it, left hand's trying to elbow it. Okay? Vertical gunting, left hand parries, and the right hand comes up and hits the crazy bone. And then lastly, diagonal gunting, lead hand can be down a little bit. There. So parry it out. You can freeze it if you really want to, but remember, you're going to shift the person, right? So if I bring Simo Jean back, Put your right side in front. Let's actually, I'm going to put her over here now. Okay, so this would be orange belt or orange EKIT, second level in my curriculum. Super slow. Jab, slide, jab, split, jab, real slow on this one. Siko, right, or just parry right into it. Vertical guntang, diagonal guntang. Now, why is that so important? I'm running, I'm over time, but I'm going to take 2 minutes from Filipino martial arts to make this point, okay? Because we were working on this recently. The weeks are starting to blend together a little bit. Sorry, everybody. I think it was last week, but if you had a gun to my head, you couldn't prove it by me. I think it was last week. Change your lead. But I was showing you all, okay, we're both left lead right now. Technique 1 was leg sweep in front of the body. Let me change that angle a little bit. Okay, so left lead, she jabs. I enter my right foot, leg sweep, knee as I go get that far foot. Then I would continue the technique, but I'm trying not to drop my wife on the ground, okay? Come over here. Orange EKIT, getting a right lead. I choose my favorite hands, step in front, left foot, knee, right foot, goes and gets it. So same technique, the other side. It's the same basic 6 that I was showing you, and that's all on the YouTube channel if you want to revisit that. Come on, put you back over here, left lead. So jab me, technique 2, inside foot sweep, and then I collapse her here, okay? Orange EKIT, second level, right lead. I'm gonna enter, inside foot sweep, and then I would, you don't have to drop down, collapse her. It's the same technique on the other side of the body. Put you back over here, just because the relationship to camera is better. Left lead. So I picked my favorite, hand technique, elbow, anchor, knee, step. I'm looking for her right foot to move back. This is outside foot sweep. Sapu luar, right? If we're right lead, I pick my favorite hand combination. I open her up, I elbow, I knee, and it's the same, same technique on the other side is what I'm trying to get at, all right? Then we have leg sweep behind the, let me just wrap this up on the left lead, and then we'll transition into Filipino martial arts, but hopefully everybody's getting the point. So technique 4, leg sweep behind the body, and then I would complete this, come forward just a little bit. Technique 5, Puder Kabbalah, head and arm throw, right? I would lift her arm as I throw her head through, is technique 5. And then technique 6 is going to be my compression, my kinjit. So at the orange EKIT level, the stand-up, the main or the basic offense section is those 6 throws now against somebody who's a southpaw who's giving you his or her jab. All right, and that's how we approach it at the second level. Third level, we start thinking about it like this. There's only 2 sides of the body, left side and right side. My left side can be in the lead. My left side can be in the rear. The right side can be in the lead. The right side can be in the rear. And what we're looking to do, the third level in the curriculum and beyond, is basically stop thinking about leads and start thinking about attacking particular sides of the body, no matter if it's in the lead or the rear. And that's the way that we try to approach developing some competence with those core techniques. Okay, so once again, everybody, this will only take a minute. I'm gonna put this again in the chat area. It's Stoops, OMALC.com. That's the homepage for my level 1 martial arts kit. Once again, note you're never under an obligation. I would love to have you in these complimentary classes as long as you want to train, but the more people that are at least aware of that URL, the better things are. And you can get information there about formalizing your training relationship with me and actually earning rank. Sorry to sound commercial, quite literally anywhere in the world. I have a couple of members in Australia now, Chicago, Florida, everybody kind of spread out, and that's the goal, is to have the standardized curriculum available online. Okay, I took a few minutes from FMA, but that was a really important point there. Let's just bow the Silat out, okay? Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, and Japanese. All right, awesome. I'm going to end this recording.